All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to another live session. Time to lock in, time to focus up. We got another bright, beautiful day ahead of us. And so let's get to it. Remember our disclaimer for those of you tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Day trading is, of course, risky business. All right, be sure to take a good look at the disclaimer there. So there's a couple of stocks that are moving, including BBLG and CNA. There's ZNTL and XCUR. Those are my top stocks. Looks like I hit my cap locks by accident. That's fine. All right, let's see. NCNA. Pastor was outside on the weekend. Now we're inside. As you guys know, no matter how good the weather is outside, it's always a good time to be inside and inside trading, right? And let me make sure to say not insider trading, but trading inside of a house, right? Just in case there's some crazy person watching on. Okay, time to start up the screen recording. Just gonna make sure I do that so I don't forget. Start. Okay, looks good. Yeah, so NCNA, I'm gonna start off with that one, then I'll make my way through. NCNA up 160%. Crazy move this morning. Our original pre-market high, or is this pre-market? Yeah, our original pre-market high is at 969. It pulled back, aggressive move down, but as of recent, we had highs around 796, low of the pullback here, 618. And looking at this more recent flag, let's see, so we had a bit of an ABCD, it pushed up, high point 708, and from there we've been pulling back. So I'm going to even put a bit of a tighter range in here. And how will we shape up coming into the open? NCNA doesn't look bad. Daily chart, we had a bit of a cluster going back to August 20th, where we had a high point of 1079. 1079 over the pre-market highs from where we are now. Definitely could be a target. We'll see how it does. NCNA up 160%, 14 million shares of volume. Moving on to BBLG. BBLG up 58%, 10 million shares of volume. Pre-market high clocking in at 176, 175. We'll see how this one is able to do. So far, though, did pull back a little bit coming into the open. Let's see here. We had about 138 for highs. 138. And the low of this pullback around 22. So I'm going to get rid of some of these previous trend lines from prior days below, as they're not going to be as relevant. And I want the chart to be a little on the cleaner side. All right, that looks much better. Daily chart, BBLG. Maybe room up to $2. I'd say room up to 2, perhaps, before we start to see anything major. But it all depends, right? We did have some candlesticks back in these days, going back to like August 1st. Kind of gapped up and faded. But yeah, I'd say, you know, $2 could be that place to keep an eye on for sure. 213. We'll see how it does. BBLG, what will it be on that one? So ZNTL, with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. ZNTL, I wonder if I'll watch this one into the open. Pre-market highs at 515. And our previous high of day, about 480. So we'll see how it does here in the pullback. Lows of 87 so far. Maybe I watch this one into the open. We'll see. I'm gonna make sure that my share size is set across the board. All right. So daily chart here, just to double check. ZNTL. So it gapped down recently, going back to June 18th. We had a high point of 640 on that day. 640. And then the 200 EMA, if it's really strong, I keep an eye on. 200 EMA is at 975. So that looks pretty good. In terms of XCUR, I'm just going to put the high and low here for the trend lines, and then I'll be good to go here for the opening bell. Uh-oh. That's better. Pre-market high is XCUR all the way up at 336. We'll see how it does. All right, it's another beautiful day, as you guys know already. Today we get another chance to be disciplined. We get another chance to also exercise discipline, right? We get another opportunity to apply the information that we've learned here over the last few days, the last few weeks, the last few months, and over the weekend, right? All the reviewing and studying. Today we get a chance to implement the small changes to be a better version of ourselves. So that's exactly what I'll be looking forward to doing here. So yesterday, in that bit of a recap slash study session, spoke about being a little bit more patient on flushing stocks, and also when I do capture a dip properly, to give it that couple more seconds to get the full potential out of the trade. I got to keep in mind my trade plan. What is my risk? What is my reward? And stick to it and really let the trade play out. So watching here, I think ZNTL, the one I'll be watching into the open, and we'll take it from here. All right. I gotta bring down my volume a little bit. There's 510. My level 2 is lagging pretty badly. I'm gonna try for 505. Can we see the bounce? It seems like it's having a hard time. So up to 30, back to 5. We didn't quite hold up any of our gains in there. Kind of back to the lows. 96, the low of the candlestick. So full retracement, but it is bouncing, which is good. The other two seems a little sideways. Yeah, okay, it's having a hard time here. Again to the lows. So NCNA on the other hand, we'll see how this one does. 45 for the lows. Very bad fill on that trade. NCNA also looking pretty decent. We'll see how it does. Can we continue here? Got to watch out for the spread on this one. It seems a little spready. Also gear up in case it does decide to pull back at some point here. I'll pull it up on screen in a sec. All right. Watching NCNA, waiting. Let's see how this one continues to play out. 7-11 for high of day. 7-11. It's not the fill I would have wanted here. That was a close trade. It's a high fill, so I'm going to cut it, but it's not the fill I would have wanted there. The spreads did open up a little bit as I was trying to get in. Is the NTL nice red to green? And perhaps are we failing here? Can we see that bounce up? ZNTL, massive red to green, nice to see. I think, let's see, NCNA might be having trouble, so I think I'll switch back. Gotta get locked in here quick. We should have pushed over 80 just now. It didn't. It's having trouble. So high of 542. We came from about 93, so it's a nice move, but it seems like it could still be early. Just got to be careful in case it wants the early pullback here, but if not, maybe it does push for a new high. And I got to be careful maybe for extended dips, because earlier we didn't really hold up any of our gains, but we pulled back to the lows. Seems like there's a little bit of churn. Not quite the high of day, but it's still here. Okay, it's going to try again. Oh, I meant to add right there. That wasn't good. Oh, it's coming down. I guess that's going to work out. It looks like it's giving back all the gains again. Well, this is not ideal. So after we get the move, I'm looking for the pullback, trying to get, something for the bounce back to high of day. We're not seeing any sort of hold other than the lows again. EGIO could be worth watching from a few days ago. How's that one shaping up here? BBLG. The daily chart. There could be something here, but we'll see. Small green to start, green one stock, red the other. The NTL is giving nice moves, but you gotta really maybe get those overextended dips. Even lower than I thought just now, despite having an idea that it can give that bigger drop. EGIO, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna do a rotation here. XCUR, how are we doing? BBLG. Can we get the 1 minute candle to make the new high here on NCNA? I sized down for now until we get something obvious again. BBLG, well, it is pushing up. Let me switch over to it up top here. BBLG sneaking up. 22 to 48, pretty impressive. The halt up's at 55. I hesitated there. It's gonna work out. Oh, come on. Fair fill at least. I'm a little late to this one. Not great. Halt up did move up a little bit, which is good. Time. This candle is still young, still fresh. On the 5. Oh, come on. Jeez. Oh, that's a false breakout if I've ever seen one. We're seeing consolidation, which is fine. All it tells me is that I'm a little late to the stock. I got filled at 46. My goodness. For break of 50? That's interesting. Is it gonna work this time? Okay, good. Trying to get into a bit of a rhythm here. Definitely a lot of opportunities. I'm hoping that over time we see another incline. Can we see another incline over time? I'm gonna size down a bit. Just gotta be patient here and wait. Time 45. I think if we get another incline, I'll do very well. Just, want to be patient. It's been holding up fairly well at the low of the pullback here. All right. We're flagging nicely. It's still here, but where's the green? Where's the additional buying to push us through? If not, it just rejects the highs. Looks like a false breakout, or at least a test. Not quite ready. XCUR, we'll see how it does. XCUR having some trouble. Oh man, I tell you, the way how this thing prints green. This is a great stock. I think I have no doubt if I was watching it from 122 up to 157, I would have been very green, but kind of coming a little late, not in a good rhythm for those dips at all. XCUR pulling back a little bit. We'll see if it holds up. VWAP. My share size here, not what I thought it was. I thought I didn't make money because of the fills, but my share size is really low. What I don't like about this stock is that it does have a spread. XCUR. Nice for BBLG. I want to see like a volume, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a move down here, but can we get it? Not gonna get the best fill still, sadly. If it doesn't bounce, I'll cut it. We should be bouncing here. Candlestick is coming to an end. Not as just the depths. And I'm missing the other one. Well, I'm gonna miss this incline. Not good. XCUR decent, but not bouncing there. I'm gonna see if I can still sneak in a few trades here. High 65. We'll see how it continues. Seeing a bit of a churn here. I'm just waiting. Holding very tightly as it's going up. Not a lot of volatility. I'll have to wait for something more dramatic for the pullback. I like the fact that it held up 58, and it's not even straight. I like the fact that it held up 58 here. But the pullback did come from so low earlier that it's a little hard to trust the level. Sometimes you got to be in the right place at the right time. Who would have thought BBLG would have been the hot stock out of the other two? Around like $5 to $8. Can we continue to see this level of volatility here? Terrible fills there. Four for the highs. Watching and waiting. Got a bit late there. Not the very best fills on those two trades. Winning trades in my eyes, but slippage. So far, so good. 70. Okay. I was looking for the 2-cent pop right there. Maybe should have held that particular dip. Having trouble. Can we push through? Yeah, still having trouble. Hidden sellers, perhaps. 74. Can we push through? Okay, false breakout. 66 for the lows. It's definitely struggling up there. BBLG having trouble at the highest, 75. The 5-minute candles, the 5-minute chart rather, just still does look strong. I'm charting shares here. I'm gonna try to sell the ask on some of the positions to get a fuller fill. There's green, but we're not moving up. I wonder if this is backside. It could be. Unless we hold up the support levels again. Should. Hopefully we should. Hopefully we do. If it does come down, we'll see how it plays out. And sellers might still be here. I'm gonna ease off. Can we push through? Come on. Yeah, we definitely have hidden sellers here. 63, 62. There might have been a hidden buyer at 60 as well, but it's always difficult to determine what type of size is being bought or sold. So there's always risk in buying in those areas in case you're buying and then the bid is like at the very end. I missed the better part of this stock. Didn't do super well on some of those dips that came. But the two big inclines, man. All right, 70. So again, every decent dip, I'm not really, getting a good hold of that one for its own reason. Hidden sellers, hidden buyers. The bounce is decent. It's a steady move. We had resistance here. Are we going to be able to break through the resistance? I do have to keep it tight. Got to be careful here. Don't want to get too red. The moment we can get another strong move that I can capture, we'll be right where we need to be. Haven't put out any sort of size today. I think our biggest position just 2,500 or 3K maybe. Like is trying to buy this breakout making, I don't think it's worth it, right? Maybe it goes. If it goes, great. $70. Okay. Okay. And stalling out. Come on. Still stalling out. Maybe it needs another couple seconds, another minute. Alright, I'm going to stop taking trades here. It's holding above 77, 76 resistance, but yeah, maybe it needs another minute. Oh, the orders are lagging. Well, I'm gonna just ease off. A little sad to be red $400 on this beautiful stock, but it's all good. Trash trade. Kind of just taking paper cuts here. BBLG. What a lovely move. And I did see it early at this potential breakout of the bear flag at like 9:35. But of course, other opportunities. I'm going to start rotating again. NCNA and other stocks probably will be better to watch. Low 65, high 77, and right on cue. I have a high of 680 on the current candlestick. Low is at 53. Okay. I'm in pretty high right there. 74. Waiting patiently. 75. Okay. False breakout, which is fine. The consolidation is still pretty young, but it tested a level there, but didn't quite push through. Fair attempt there. It does have a bit of a spread to it, which is worth mentioning. Not big, but you know, a couple cents. I'm expecting it to dip a little more, but it seems like it's holding. Do I want to attempt the breakout here? Yes. Oh, come on. I'm just about to say struggling. This feels kind of high. Son of a gun. Are we failing? Man, what the... Yeah, my plan was to hold for $7 there too. Well, I gave that one time. Can't say that I didn't. Love the pullback. Still watching. Just so disappointing to not get such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful move. Aw. Looks like maybe it's all 5 minute candles kind of like it needs to bounce back over 7. It's kind of struggling here. Just, is that it? Maybe that's it. Can we get back over 7? I guess getting something out of it is good, but I mean, I was already green 400 or 500 bucks. I mean, you know, kind of didn't really make much missing that beautiful trade. That is an improvement, though. I like it. Can we flush down some more for that bigger dip? Seems like it held 45, 44. The high of the current candle is 95. Is it possible for us to bounce back? I think so because of how light the volume is coming down. So I could look for the 5-minute setup if it provides another opportunity. No, no, that's not good. Time 17. So was there another like 2 minutes? KB, are the Bulls still alive, brother? Or is this a bluff? Are the Bulls still alive? Better not be out too early. Time high. It does seem a little weaker. It's not bouncing. I'm gonna watch the high of the flag though, just in case. Just in case. There are sellers there, of course, and now there's a 10,000 share seller. Perhaps to the depths. WHLR. Definitely a decent push here. It is a little low versus like the high of day from a few days ago, but I guess versus yesterday's high, it's pushing up a little bit. The halt up is at 34 if it keeps going. They're selling. This is definitely going to be a day for me to be very patient. Every day is a day to be patient, but today even more so. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, by the way. Hit that thumbs up. We do appreciate everyone tuning in. Bit of a choppier day. We had some clean opportunities though, but some areas a little tricky. We're green on some stocks, red on others. I hope this one is not a one-hit wonder. WHLR. Could be. So I want to be careful. It's not the best fill there. I bought early. They got to give us these good fills, man. Maybe LG still giving opportunities. EGIO, no good. NCNA, failed. WHLR, XCUR, no good. That one also kind of came back down. And ZNTL to the bottom of the 7 Cs. WHLR, decent bounce there. Very sudden volume coming in at the lows just now, and it's a good move though. Gonna come out in the spreads there, but the dip is still a little high. I'm in a little high rather. Below half and whole dollars, as Tim would say. Below. There's a seller. Small seller. Below half and whole dollars. Does it need more? It's damn spread, man. Time 27. I like the area down there, but perhaps could have been more patient with a bid. It's a full low of the pullback retest. BBLG still, relevant, still up there. The good thing with the last 2 weeks is that there's been a lot of good opportunities. I don't know if I'd say throughout the entire day, but there's been like other stocks. What, lunch hour ish? I don't know. Somewhere there. So I think I'm just gonna be patient, wait, see what happens. $3K shares taking eternity to fill on a high liquid stock. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for later. Um, we're seeing a lot of like backside pullbacks, BBLG, EGIO. I don't like to be red on stocks like BBL. I felt the resistance early since I was down like 200, but I'm like, it's kind of like the only stock at the time moving. I still want to try to take trades but I was thinking, should I ease off? Should I stop trading that one? But I don't think that was the right move. It was strong enough to definitely be very green. I did miss the two biggest moves watching other stocks, but the dips in there were decent. Just wasn't in a good rhythm to capitalize. A lot of the times it's better when you see the entire move through. You get a much, better idea of how the pullback should play out. The first break of high of day over 58, that dip that came, let's see, BBLG, yeah, over 158. This pullback here, like I'm in at the bottom of the pullback, but I just don't trust it. I'm here. It seems like, man, this thing went from 37 up to 58, or what was it, 65. I just couldn't trust the 7 cent pullback versus where the stock came from. But if it was just a high day move, right, if we were consolidating right below the high and pushed up, I'd have been more comfortable. But sometimes you got to see the move through and through to, get that better gauge. WHLR, potential big level here. Oh, come on. Bids dropping out. 13 cents drop out in the bids. It looks decent here, though. It's possible. Well, maybe, okay, maybe not. I was going to say possible breakout of the bear flag. But back down. $130 loss there, whatever. Yeah, so I think I'll take it easy, like I was saying, and then wait for other momentum. So I'm just gonna go on the sidelines and maybe do some preaching here. I'm gonna start up a quick poll. Let's see. So let's see. I'm down $200. Well, $300 and waiting. WHLR again, it's still in a place where we could see something if the volume is right. Just gotta watch out for the bids dropping down though. I'm gonna start up a poll in the Discord too. Oh, I don't look like I can. Small green is still green, brother. Small green is still green. But you know, break of 780 just now that I tried here. The spreads were 76 by 80. I'm filled at 79. You know, I guess I could have waited for more green on the tape. The green was like, there's a little bit of green, but not a ton. I thought it was going to be like a lower volume move and then like maybe potentially open up. I look back, the bids are at 67. So kind of just have to take the loss. Right here again, it's going to try back down. Well, you know, if we're going to see a good bear flag breakout, we're coming up and, you know, we're getting a green candle. Nice move and then maybe some sort of continuation. Instead, we're going to the bottom of the 7 C's. Bear flag breakdown. Short sellers in full control. Yeah, REE. I guess I should have looked at it a little sooner. REE. I gotta rotate faster to some of these stocks. Note to self. REE. 29 for high of day. We just had a bit of a pullback. It seems like it's been green candle, red candle here going up. I'm going to give myself a max loss for this early morning session, of course. Again, just to make sure I keep it tight so that when the momentum comes later, if I'm, you know, if I don't capitalize now, I can capitalize then. I want to give myself longevity here throughout the rest of the day and not just like, you know, hey, shutting it down and that's it. This one has kind of just been going up, so I'm just waiting. Sometimes I wonder if I should wait for break even in those trades, man. Come on. These dips have been so tricky for me recently. And then that happens. 36. That throws off the entire move. Right. Everything is telling me to shut it down. I'm gonna grab my chair. I'm gonna size down to one chair until something else comes that moves in more of a, let's just say moves better. I'm just gonna be chilling out. Hands off the buy button here for real. But I do think it's gonna be worth sticking around. I think it's gonna be worth sticking around. It's like I really want to just throw this monitor out the window, man. Not really frustrated, but it's like, today there was enough for me to be green, and here I am red, $300. Like, there's no way I'm red on a day like this, man. I'm not saying this is the best of days, but there was opportunities. All right. Pastor in the depths, brother. Have to up his game. He's going to be on the Mount Rushmore of trading. Can't be slacking. Trading is hard though, right? That's part of it. Why it's so tricky from time to time. If it was the same thing every day, then we would have all been a billionaire already. The Pastor. This will also be a good gauge how good my back is healed. If I get back pain here, I gotta start standing again. How's the poll, by the way? We have 55% of people green and 55% green, 27% red, 9% break even, 7% no trades. REE, it's back up, surprisingly. Surprisingly, more people in the Discord is red today. We got 47% red, 28% green, 22% break even, 3% no trade day. $67, 46. I'm gonna go along with my one share here. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? If I gain a good rhythm, I'll size back up. Marcelo probably would add right there, and then maybe look for the continued move. Is there a hidden buyer? There might be. Now reclaim to the moon. It's going to the depths. So it looks like a 5-minute pullback, which is fine. This could be a good setup if I can read it well. Now all I ask is for the stock not to take me to oblivion. Long and strong. Diamond hands. And willing to add to the position and accumulate share size. REE, 5-minute setup, 5-minute pullback. Talk to me nicely. You know, this is where the ladder is not bad to use in this type of situation. I did try to put a limit order out. Now, will the stock hold up or will it take me to the depths? Is the question. It's definitely on the lower side of the zone. Perhaps I get stopped out here. And there's my stop, 04. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this does work, but I'm going to get stopped out, so I don't respect my stop. Just 1,000 shares, small size, but it's coming down a bit. So average of about 18, risking about, what is that? 8 plus 5, 13, 14 cents risk. But out of something like this, you know, Hive days at 70, I think like 45, 50 would be good. Good enough to take profits for me, like 45, 50 range. But it's in the depths. BBLG. Yeah, small move back over VWAP 63. So far, keeping it tight, just being patient. What we need now is a beautiful, fresh stock to hit the market, to hit the marketplace. A beautiful, fresh stock to hit the marketplace. I wonder if it's my posture that's bad, man. What's going on? I can feel the back pain creeping up on me. BBLG, EGIO, NCNA, REE, WHLR, XCUR. This one definitely could have been better as well. Good old Christmas tree. Good old Christmas tree. You know, I'm waiting for the time where we see 4 or 5 months on end like February. Just imagine how good the market's gonna be, man. As we're printing 30K days on a normal day, you know? Time is coming soon. I can already see it. The team house P&L gonna be something crazy. I go around the table, everybody's gonna be up 50K. Also in the Discord, I was considering taking away the gifs, the gifs, the gifs. I think I'm saying the gifs. I might take it away. I feel like they're being overused. Well, not even feel. Forget anything about feelings. They are being overused. Especially around like 1, 2, 3 p.m. It's just kind of insane. BBLG still trying. Yeah, the GIFs are gonna get sent to the depths. They're not bad in some situations. Sometimes it's actually pretty funny, you know, but other times it's just like, yeah. Well, it doesn't have anything to do with being like anybody else. It just has to do with what the community standards are and just nonsense and distractions, you know. REE in the depths. Well, if you don't have, someone is saying in the chat, if you don't have discipline, it's going to be a painful week. Well, I think if you don't have discipline, it's going to be a painful life. And even worse in trading, right? Because that's what trading is all about. That's what life is all about when it comes to building and growing anything. Forget about this week. Well, you know, you're looking pretty thin, as they say. So, you know, for all of us here, we got to do what we have to do to be successful, right? Whatever that might mean for each of us. Yeah, some people got much wider stops. REE algo spike, fake algo spike. Oh, yeah. I got to be careful not to spill water into this keyboard. It's already been like 10 close calls over the last 2-3 months. '70 is a big level here. You know, high of day is not so far away on this stock, and we know that it could move. So over 70, we'll see if it starts to inch up slowly. Set, you know, 73, 76 over time. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up 10 cents at some point. It would be good to get a retest of the highs here. There are shares to short, which is interesting. Looks like it might try here, 70. It's trying at 70. It's trying at 70. What's it gonna be? Looks like it's gonna be a rejection. I gotta make sure I keep my eye on the scan, keep my eye on the chat, just in case something else does start to move, I don't miss it. I've been very late to almost everything, so you gotta be paying attention here to catch the next stock that comes. Huh? I went short? How? Didn't I flatten? I flattened. I thought I flattened that. Maybe I didn't. Whatever. REE. A little too late for this bounce. Only bouncing after slapping me in the face. Not cool. So BBLG, it's 69. What's it gonna be? Do we have what it takes to get over 70? Oh, it's so bad. Oh my god, this broker is just trash. This broker is just... What should be a 2-3 cent win at 70 entry. Fill taking an eternity. But this is good to see here. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. KB. Yes, sir. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Much even better than expectations there. Well, I did forget. Last week, this was a thing where the hive day dip was not working. Can't forget. Well, I did say I think we could move like 10 cents. That was pretty good. A little unexpected, but pretty good. Oh, 80. Waiting. That is unacceptable for me to not be back in there, I will say. It's like back to being slow again. Oh, this stock is just it's something else. It's like it's moving, but it's also not moving at the same time. The volatility is not like a CYN, but again, there's still opportunities, right? Oh, if they restricted my account again. All right, maybe I should stop trading those stocks, right? Man, oh, looks like I'm gonna have to give them another call. They need to stop. They need to. Man, this damn broker, I tell you. On the past stores trading in a cash account, and I'm in the depths. All right, I'll be back. We can work with this BBLG, but not good to be out of cash. And also, why am I out of cash now? Like, I should have been out of cash if that's the case, you know? My account is not big. I'll be back in a sec.
good faith fund evaluation is a cash account. Now, as you can see, there's some technical challenges that they're working out. So, and if, hopefully, with we're going to be doing some updates soon here. You shouldn't have these issues where you're getting good faith funding violation. And that's why I checked your. One of the first things that I did was look at your buying power to see what was going
Right.
on. It looks like
Right.
you have buying power, so I'm not really sure why it even picked up
So
on that. I just think it thought it was a cash account. Yeah.
yeah, so moving forward, would you say I'm safe to trade any stock that's like non-marginable?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. As long as
okay.
you, because as long as you have the uh, the buying power for it, right? So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, that's what you want to pay
Well,
attention.
well,
Pay attention.
in terms of buying power, would that be my own cash buying power, or I would still be able to trade it unlimitedly?
It depends. So no, because if it's non-marginable, then you have to go off of your cash or equity in the account. In this case, you're going to be looking at the available funds or settled funds that's in the account, and that is what you would use. But even if you do that and you sell it early or whatever, you still shouldn't get a good faith fund violation. And if it does, if we do, we'll do what we're doing now, which is invalidate it. But yeah, but yeah, in that case, you actually have a non-marginable funds balance there that you could go off of because you couldn't use your buying power, the market buying power, on a non-marginable stock.
Right, right. Yeah, man, it's just a little tricky because one of the biggest things for us is making
I know.
sure that our accounts is over 25,000 so that we can trade
Sure.
unrestrictedly. But every so
Sure.
often there's one of these stocks that come along. So,
Yep.
but all right,
That's true.
I'll keep waiting.
Um, this would be valid, but in the margin account, we don't. Oh, the good faith fund violation is we've changed the policy on that, so you can't get a good faith fund violation. And if you do, we're going to, like I said, some technical challenges working through. But as far as balances wise, when you're looking at those securities that are non-marginable, if you were to click on your balances, and you're going to see a section. Go to
Right.
your account here, and there's going to be a section that's going to say non. Should say just check here, settled funds. So you'll see settled funds there.
Right.
Click on so for example, you're going to see like you got 316,000 margin buying power right now. But if you
Right.
look at
Right.
your non-marginal securities, you got 154,000, and that's what you can use for those non-marginal securities. was non-marketable with 315,000, you should get rejected on. You probably will get rejected on that.
Right, but it
Because you
so
only have 154,000.
so okay, that makes sense. So if is there any way, right? Let's say I go over my cash balance, my settled funds. The orders don't get rejected anymore. It just lets me keep going. So is there any way that on the back end it could like automatically unrestrict my account? Because the time that it takes for me to call in, which is usually like 20 minutes,
I know.
it's like I'm missing trades. So is there any way like it could like
Sure.
automatically put me back in? Or is that like not possible?
And that's what they're working on. That's what they're working on. They're working on so you don't have to run into this issue again. Yeah, it's a known issue, and they're working on getting it fixed. They just changed the policy in regard because it used to be, you're right, if it's a non-marketable security and you're trading it um, in a margin account and you sell it before the funds settle, then yeah, you would run into a funding violation. And so they changed the policy, but we have to update the system, and they're doing a big update soon here. I don't know the exact date, but at some point you're not going to have to, these issues come up that much. Yeah.
All right, that sounds pretty good.
But
So
sure.
I,
Let's say if you are concerned about it and you just want to just not have to deal with it, then just look at your settled funds. So if you purchase a security based on your settled funds, and then you just turn around, you sell it. That's totally fine. You can do that, or you can look at your I guess you'd like to say your
right, right, right.
but I guess the best thing to look at is your settled funds amount
Yeah.
when it comes to
All
yeah.
right. Sounds good. So I guess if it happens
Yeah.
again, I'll just give you
Okay.
guys a call and then we'll go
Yes,
from
sir.
there. Because some
Yeah.
of the stocks they're so good that we
Sure.
can't afford to miss them, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know you made it. So if you're using Thinkorswim, you can always chat us to support window 2 as well.
All right, that sounds good. Thanks for the clarification, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You have a great rest of your day.
All right, take care. All right, that's good news. I mean, it's, even more confirmation of what we've been hearing from guys like Tim, Cactus Rob, Kitty. This thing is no longer an issue, but their back end hasn't been updated to where, you know, we're automatically just good to go. It's like it still freezes your account. You have to call in, get them to unfreeze the account. But hopefully, as he mentioned, with that big update that they're working on, once that update comes out, hopefully that the back end is fixed as well. And even when we do go over in a margin account, we're good to go. Very interesting stuff. Yeah, it was hard to hear. I didn't have it that close to the mic, but yeah. Take care, stay safe, stay green. Oh man, brother. How are you guys doing, man? So far, I've been churning. Haven't really gotten green or anything. Kind of just flat. I'm down $300 flat on the day, is what I would say. So I'm keeping it tight. If something comes up later, we can be good to go. Checking out the P&L section. Save, living it up with some red wine on vacation. Trading from the hills. Looks like Beverly Hills. Shout out Save. Getting it done. Max frustration, 2 tanks of gas. I want to check the YouTube comments. This is good news though. It's good to know that, hey, if there's another stock on that's non-marginable, that I could go past my cash balance, and that the restriction is my account get frozen, or less, it's not necessarily frozen, but it gets restricted into the category of a cash account until I take a 5-minute call, get them to unrestricted, and then start trading again. So once they update their system, their interface on the back end, we shouldn't even have this issue at all. So that's good news, man. If you don't want to deal with your account getting placed into the bracket of a cash account for a short period of time, let's say the following day, of course, you can pay attention to your cash balance, make sure you don't go over that amount. But if it's a stock like SERV, you know, I mean, for me personally, I think it'll be worth over trading it on that particular type of strong stock, and then dealing with the repercussions of the 5-10 minute call the next day. But you do have to know that maybe there could be another hot stock that next day, and then you're missing for 5-10 minutes, right? That's also a thing that you got to think about in that situation. If your account is fragile, as in you have a lot of other issues, I would recommend to maybe not even, like, you know, try it, because maybe, you know, who knows what type of backlash it could have at that point. I don't know. I don't know if that's something or nothing, but yeah. Because some other people, their accounts might have been flagged before for different type of things, and you know, for me, I know that I can get another account here again in 2 days if I need to. So I'll try these things, and it's like, you know, I have other broker accounts too. Still have the Guardian account, still have E-Trade, and even within Thinkorswim, I have multiple accounts anyways. So doesn't seem like anything is really looking very good, so I'm just gonna take it easy. Again, I think shutting it down, and then, you know, we're probably gonna see something in the next 30 minutes. I could stay on stream. It just depends on how I feel here. But if nothing comes till like 2-3 p.m., definitely want to be out of here, and then, you know, be back later. If I'm to grade the day, it's not the strongest of days we've ever seen. You know, if I'm to really grade it up against the strongest of days, you know, it's like a C. Today it's like a C, maybe C minus. I wouldn't really say C plus. But with that being said, though, it goes to show you how much opportunities are really here in the market. If today is a C, just imagine what it really could be when there's really, really hot days, man. August in 2023 was a month like that, where from pre-market to after hours, you could have showed up here at 3 p.m. and it's like the market open. You could have showed up at 4 p.m. It's still like market open, because of how just volatile and hot everything was. So this is the place to be, man. You know, despite it being difficult, despite traders could, you know, get frustrated at times or be disappointed at times, this is the only place to be, in my opinion, man. There's other businesses for sure. I mean, I guess I can take that back. There's other businesses for sure, right? There's other careers out there that are very lucrative. But trading, man, the markets, what can we say? The opportunities are plentiful and endless. And even if today wasn't the day you would have wanted it, there's also going to be later, or let's say the morning session isn't what you would have wanted. There's going to be mid-morning, afternoon, end of the afternoon coming into power hour. There's going to be tomorrow. There's going to be the next day after that, the next week, the next month, the next year. You can't tell me we're not going to see more stocks do 100% intraday between now and the rest of the year. It's a formality. It's imminent. So we just have to continue to improve, be patient, sit back, relax. And the days are coming where we're going to see sweeter, better momentum. And even on days like today, we can still see green. You know, I'm pretty sure a guy like Marcelo, a guy like Tim, you know, Triad, I'm pretty sure those guys had pulled something out of this. Some of the students, you guys probably green as well. We did see on the YouTube chat 54% of people still ended green. There's room to improve. Room to improve. Also, shout out to SMB Capital. You know, I do shout out some of the other communities from time to time. I'm wearing an SMB Capital shirt. What's this guy's name? Lance, one of the big traders there. Shout out to those guys. REE, BBLG. Yeah, BBLG having shares to short was definitely something to keep an eye on. Hopefully, some of you guys did catch it. Whenever there's shares to short, man, sometimes you got to keep that open mind to being in when it's rejecting these higher levels. There's always risk. Yes, it could break out and, you know, teleport up and, you know, you could lose 15 cents over $2, but, you know, going short around that 94, 95 area where we're just hitting and not going through sometimes can yield a good result. And right here, it's going to give a good initial first flush too. So you didn't even have to wait super long to get some sort of follow through. Versus the other pullbacks, it's more, you know, a little more gradual. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Let me know if you guys got any quick questions here. We can answer maybe a few questions, keep things a little spicy. I wonder if Tim's account even gets restricted. Should I call Tim right now? Where's my phone? Tim, are you listening to me? Is Tim watching on? Let me tell him. I'm going to call. Trading with Tim. FaceTime you. It would be good to talk to Kitty as well to see if his, because these guys they also trade the stocks that are not marginable. So it'll be good to know if their accounts get restricted. Because if my account is the only account getting restricted, then what are the rules, right? What's going on? JDBI. Hold on, JDBI. JDBI. JBDI? Is this a stock? JBD. Okay, there we go. Lighter volume though. The pastor will not be taking part in that. Man, you can say what's up to the people here real quick. They can hear you. They can hear you. But
okay. Hope everybody did well, man. Tough day, but there's money to be made. But the fine line, it's like
the fine line is thinner, man. I got a quick question for you though. When it comes to these marginable stocks, right, or let's say non-marginable stocks,
yeah,
do they restrict your account like the following day after you overtrade on those stocks?
yeah. So I mean, I haven't had it happen until this morning. So this morning, first time it's ever happened, and I got a warning. I think I said in the chat it was like a week ago or something. When I got the warning, I saw it and I immediately messaged them. I was like, "Can you take this? You get a warning to restrict you." So this morning, I saw somebody else. I think it was Guts in the chat talking about he had something. So I look in my spam, and what do you know? I'm restricted. If he didn't say that, I would have just been trading, and then I would have been like, kind of not placing any more orders, and I wouldn't have been able to. But basically, I'm on support for 20 minutes, and then as the market opens, I switch my side account, but as the market opens, they're like, you're good to go. So what are we doing here, right? Like, what are we doing here?
You know, for me, I went past like my normal cash balance, and then it happened. So it happened like mid trading, twice.
Did you check your spam?
No, I didn't check. I didn't check my email. I probably should have checked. But it's interesting that this is your. It's happening to you for the first time today, and never happened over the last 2-3 weeks. So it's just it's crazy.
I think what happened, and I think the same thing that happened to you would have happened to me if I didn't message them this morning and be like, hey, why is it saying I'm restricted? Like, what's the problem here? And they were basically just like, you're good to go. He didn't give me an explanation. He was just like, because I told him this has happened multiple times, and every time they just take it off. And he just said margin department had a bunch of calls, which makes sense. A bunch of people like us that are like, hey, why do I keep getting these freaking settlement warnings? So, but mine got taken off this time, and I've now had 3 or 4 support people that all say the same thing in terms of like they're not charging good faith violations. Like it shouldn't be a problem. So it's just something I guess every morning at 8 a.m. Check my spam email, make sure I'm not restricted. Freaking talk to support if I am.
All right, that sounds like a good plan. So, yeah, and the guy I spoke to today said that they're working on an update to where the back end will also be compatible with the new like rules that they have. So hopefully in the next like month we don't have to even do anything at all. But yeah, that's a good plan though for now. Checking the spam, making sure that you don't have it, and then if you do, call early.
I used to make reminders on Friday. I traded the non-marginable. I think it was like ATPC.
Yeah.
And I made a reminder that said, hey, check it before because I could have been in a tough situation. So.
All right, man. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can see you here. I think they can. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. But all right, bro. Take care. Hope you had a good day.
Dude, 1,500 up.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'll check out those archives tonight.
Yes, sir, man. Got a YouTube video popping up today, so been too long.
All right. The big Timmy. Yeah, so time is 11:54. How are you doing outside of trading? Outside of trading is going pretty well. Let me see. There's a couple of questions coming in here. Let's see. Yeah, so you gotta check your email. Them saying sometimes they'll send you a warning. And if you see that email early, then perhaps you can reach out to them, around 8:30 a.m. and potentially get it unrestricted before the open. So I'll see how that goes. I'll see how that goes the next time it comes around. But I think it's still worth trading them, man, and I'm gonna trade them past my cash balance because, again, there's no real, like punishment/restriction. So Pastor will continue. When's the next Vegas trip? Vegas, some people might go this November. I'm not going this particular time around, or December. I'm not gonna go. The pastor will be taking it easy, brother. I'm trading in a margin account. Yeah, that's part of the question that we have. It's like, hey, I'm in a margin account. How could my account be restricted? What they really should have done if they wanted to, keep this thing very, very professional is the moment you run out of buying power, not allow you to place a trade. send up that notification, insufficient funds, and then that's it, you know? Because a lot of people, they probably to this day don't know how to check. Yeah, I can log into this portal here, and I'll post this in the chat. You can use this portal to check to see if a stock is marginable or not. What I would like to know as well is like, what's the criteria for a stock being marginable and non-marginable? Like, you know, is it some sort of SEC, FINRA kind of policy? That'll be interesting to know as well. JBDI brutal resumption here. Was this halted up? Man. From 16. Oh no, from what was this, 20? Hold on, let me refresh this chart. JBDI, Thinkorswim. Yeah, E-Trade. I don't know what the heck is E-Trade's chart telling me here. Sometimes you gotta update the E-Trade chart. Click on a different stock, click back. They still have that same issue from like 6 years ago. Crazy. Yeah, TNON. Not day one TNON, you know, nice move. But it just did not hold up after that resumption. James, when your account gets restricted, well, you call in and you say, hey, I would like my account to be unrestricted, right? And you can explain to them, I mean, they'll know, they'll see it, but you can let them know that the good faith violation rule, you know, is what's got you, but your account is a margin account and you would like for them to unrestrict your account. Once you do get on the line with them, that part honestly takes like 2 to 3 minutes. What does take a little longer is if you want like a full-on explanation. When I called in last week, my account got unrestricted very quickly, but the guy he had me on hold for like 40 minutes until I just hung up the phone because like 40 minutes, come on. This guy here, he took 10 minutes to get everything together. I also wanted to come back and trade. That day we had stocks still moving. A lot of traders are red, but it looks like a lot of people kept it tight. Not really seeing any big red P&Ls. Green Dream is down 2K, but I mean, it's relative, right? He's been using, it seems like, bigger size recently. Had like a couple of big green days of like 6K, 5K, 4K. So it's like a slap on the wrist. Big Steve keeping it super tight as always. Jorge, nicely done, $800, locking it in. Good old Cactus Rob, $200. Momo Bro keeping it tight as well. Minty keeping it tight. Save, green 1200. Green 3.6 on NCNA. And then slightly red, well, not slightly, but was red 2K on BBLG. Green on other stocks like OBLG and WHLR. Yeah, and also whilst traveling, you know, $1,200 traveling, paying for the Airbnb, you know, way to go, man. But Tim is definitely undefeated for that week he had. I think it may be Puerto Rico, DR, wherever it was, Bahamas, somewhere, Aruba. Tim, green 5 out of 5 days, green 25K, trading 1 hour a day on vacation. does not get better than that. I mean, you paid for everything maybe the first day, and then everything else is just cushion. Absolutely amazing stuff. Yep. Okay. I mean, I think there's gonna be something that comes with. I mean, for right now, it's just nothingness. Maybe I can go another 10 minutes or so, but if not, I haven't seen Marcelo's P&L. I'm not sure if he's green or not. But if I had to guess, I'd say yes. Maybe we give him a call. We can give him a call to see. Heck, we might as well give all the team house guys a call at this rate. Calamity probably definitely traded some large caps today. Tesla still doing its thing, still fighting. I mean, the move that this thing gave recently back in June, man, from about 180 or what you could say like 170 really to 270, then back down to 180, then back to 230. I mean, just insane volatility for these large caps. Nvidia is still basically flirting with the highs. What's highs? Like 130. Still kind of there. Heard Apple took a hit because of some sort of news with the demand for the new iPhone. So they're down a little bit. Amazon Amazon doing pretty well. Right around all-time highs. The big tech stock, the big FANG stocks. Netflix, a lot of people kind of don't really talk about this one as much anymore, but basically all-time highs. I mean, what a comeback, but it just goes to show you the risk of trading, right? I mean, for a stock like this to be down so much at the time, so quickly. What took from 2015, and even if you put it in a more recent time frame, 2017 to 2020, 2021, three and a half years to give this incredible move, and then in just what felt like just a few weeks, really. Let's see. December 2021. Okay, maybe it was longer than a few months. Year over year though, but absolutely brutal and devastating for anybody who might have bought like the 600-700s thinking maybe 1K was coming. And you see some of these other stocks, they get over 1K, they do the splits, bounces up again. And I think it was Carl Icahn, one of those big time investors that they said was buying down here like at 200. So definitely did well in his investment. CNEY. The chippies, the chippies. I'm gonna keep waiting for something that's like more expensive. How is the level 2? CNEY. Yeah, SF. You can trade them, and you can trade them past your settled funds, but your account will be restricted the day after. Restricted meaning your account will essentially be a cash account, and so you'll have to call in and get it unrestricted. But if you don't want to deal with the hassle, you can pay attention to your settled funds just to be on the safe side if you don't want to go over. But even talking to the representative though, it's like at times there feels like there's some tap dancing, like uncertainty. All right, I think this is gonna do it. Something should be coming soon though, hopefully. I don't know for sure. I'm just saying that, but I'm hoping we see something else. Let's see. Going the distance, Mr. Q. Going the distance. It's been a long time since we pulled an all-nighter. And went all the way till 4 p.m. We've only done it a few times. I don't think today will be one of those days, though. Not unless something really comes right about now, and it's good. I'm giving it a look through. Friday was a good day. Sadly, I did end red like $500. I got robbed though. SMX was, I mean, it was a solid stock. I wasn't in front of the screens when it was moving, so I came a little late, but I came when it was halted up. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Took beautiful resumption trades, got the worst possible fills, so started down like 700 on this thing. And I was thinking like, because Friday I had that loss of 1200 to start the day. My low of day was 1200. We went back to green, ended the live stream red like 300 or so. So after those nasty trades on that resumption, I'm down like 1,200. I'm like, man, you know what? Maybe I should shut it down here and just maybe not push it. But I'm like, nah, this thing more than likely is gonna still be strong. Forget I got those higher fills. Who cares? Let's just keep going. Got myself back to green on the name, and things got a little choppy. So I was red like 700, went green 500, or more like 660. I think I was green like 660, and then ended up giving back profits. Caught a massive loss. Only finished up 200 on the stock. But I was thinking, man, like if we caught those resumption trades, like in terms of the fills, because again, it was ideally what I would want. Not in terms, not in terms of like wishing I had a good trade, but in terms of the movement of the stock. Like this, it gave the setup, like the setup, it gave the setup perfectly. In my mind, I already was thinking, yep, here we go, nice trades. Look up after everything was done. I was like, what the heck happened? Check my log. I'm in the moon and out in the depths. It's like, you're kidding me. But it's like if that trade was if the fills were good right there, instead of even going down like 700, we're green the equal and opposite amount. Plus we add that, I mean, I have to go from red 700 to back green to then plus 500, 600. I would have been up closer to like 2K before giving back profits on the stock. And that's what missing that entire. If we pull it up, I missed the entire front side of before the resumption. This was SMX. I mean, look at the front side right here before the resumption. So if everything went so well from resumption onwards, it's like if we caught this thing watching it over VWAP through and through. I'm not worried. I'm not tripping. I'm not stressing it. But for sure, as we continue to be more consistent here throughout the entirety of the day, there's going to be a lot more days coming again where the live stream we might end at a certain amount, whether green, flat, in between, or red. We're going to come back and it's like, hey, plus 10K, right? Because getting into rhythm early here and sizing up early into this, come on. And then this beautiful move here over this bit of a bear flag over 560. We caught this entire move coming up here. It pulled back, tried again, and rejected. I don't know. I think it might have been here where I got caught. I'm not sure. But I got caught somewhere. But from there, a bit of a downtrend, and it did give some big bottoming wicks if people were watching overextended dips. Nice move here, but a little hard to predict. You get that kind of follow through, but it did uptrend a little bit. And this is the type of stock that we really want to see hold up its levels into after hours, but you can see today kind of trending down a little bit. So sometimes, and we can see going back to September 10th, it was all pre-market into the open, hardly provided anything, and then that was it. This stock looks like it might curl up. NCNA. These are the type of stocks that will sometimes give the afternoon opportunity as well, right? Like the volume spike comes in and then it's off. And it's off to the moon. WHLR also kind of in a similar kind of situation. Did I change anything going from sim to live trading? Um, oh wow, that's disappointing. It did take a little long to sell too. Charts, there we go. There was a big ask of 70,000 that got bought up. But we bought up, we all the shares were finished and nothing happened. And this one has a tendency for the bid to drop out. Mm. See, if this does go here, it's like it makes it very difficult to get in and get in nicely for a breakout. I don't doubt that it can go, but tricky to be in. Yeah, but in terms of switching from sim to a live account, that didn't change anything. You know, process over profits. Everything that I was practicing in the sim is everything that I was doing when I was live. You know, understanding the setups fundamentally and being disciplined to position myself to have the odds in my favor. Taking the dips, you know, with all the criteria that we have, once they're met for the dip, likewise with the breakouts and so forth and so forth. See, like this thing is inching up here. Like this, you know, it looks like it might be starting, right? NCNA. Still a little bit spready. Come on. I wanted to see more of a dip there. The volume for the push not quite there yet. High or low, high or low. We could see a move here, but still gauging the dip, still watching. It's kind of late there. Shouldn't have added that aggressively. I needed to be a little bit more patient there. Could have kept holding the initial 500 shares from the first position. The volume still really hasn't hit it yet. Are we rejecting? Come on, this is prime time. This is where we got to make a stand. Hmm. 5 minute candles. That was close, man, to really opening up over 7. I mean, it's still here, though. It's still here, but we'll see. And, I'm thinking that we did see a little bit of resistance, like 96, so I took the trade early. But I wonder if I should have waited there. I got the wrong stock down here, my bad. Crap. There we go. Sorry about that. For those of you on YouTube. Well, that'll happen from time to time. And I'm looking at the 5 minute chart. I'm like, what the heck? Why does it look like this? There we go. Yeah, this can attack high of day here pretty well, right? I don't know why I looked at the 5 minute chart, WHLR. Sleeping. So sucked into the level 2 and price action up here. It honestly, it doesn't look bad if it can keep holding up. NCNA, what's it gonna be? The dip maybe is worth it down there, but I'm not in. There's a bit of a seller. 20K size, 78. Shares getting bought up. 16.7 remaining. 16.4. 16.8. 17. You see, guys like Mighty Putty is why we gotta take away the GIFs. Mighty Putty in the depths with the GIFs, but we look at a meme like this and we ask ourselves, is it I guess it's a little funny, but is it necessary? The answer is no. And that's the real answer, is that it's not necessary. Mighty Putty, sorry to put you on the spot, brother, but there's other traders too that'll sometimes happen, right? I mean, nobody's perfect here, right? It happened to all of us before, but for sure, they're definitely overused. WHLR is trying again. Still needs more volume though. NCNA pulling back towards VWAP area. I don't know, the volume this time around a little lower. This is where the dip needs to hold. The dip must hold up here, if not, catastrophic disaster. I'm gonna watch the breakdown and reclaim. Let's see. Well, we see more volume here. Barely any volume. So perhaps this is the end of the line. Well, it's still at 60, but maybe this is the end of the line. And the pullback is already kind of low. In the depth. The market definitely rewards consistency though. You gotta be sticking around long every single day. Put everything else in the back burners. Scans are in the depths. IMRX. That was mentioned a couple minutes ago. OPTT. blasted WHLR, man. This volume spike comes in, nothing happens. What I don't like about stocks like that is that it's a little spready, so you know you gotta be very careful. GNLN. WHLR. What's it gonna be this time? Break of 8 potentially gonna happen here. Hidden seller 93. Okay, maybe I stop placing trades here. I could wait for something more dramatic on it. There's some green hitting the tape, but you know, we're not able to push through. It's like the volume seems to be slowing down as well. So maybe it's more of a grinder. There's a 10K bid, nothing happens. Can we see more green here? Better. The 20K sellers bought up, but still nothing over the highs. Yep. Marcelo's live. Let's jump in. See what he has to say. I'm gonna jump in with Mighty and listening to this recap. This live class. Yeah, Marcelo's about to teach a class here, so I'm gonna shut it down and listen in. The momentum is in the depths. Maybe we get something around like 1:30, maybe 2 p.m. I don't know, but the momentum is in the gallows. So Pastor's gonna head out. Small red, kept it tight. Nothing crazy. I thought we would have seen something else by now, but not the case. So if you're going the distance through and through, continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's see what Marcelo has to say here for all of those who are in MMU. Time for a live class. All right, guys. Stay disciplined. The Pastor is going to catch you next time.